Welcome to part 30 of Tales of the Abyss. Oh god, Luke.
He's staring at something.
I swear, now that he got his haircut, he looks 5 years younger than he's supposed to be. Now, he looks like he's 14 or 13 now instead of 18.
Is he technically 18 or no?
He's supposed to be 18.
Didn't look like it.
It said ND 2018, which would imply that he was born in 2000, which would be 18 years later, so...
Yeah.
I'm assuming he's 18 or 17. I mean, it's a Tales game. When is the main character not a teenager? Or a little younger than that.
I'll just sum up to how what was I forgot. I am bad with names.
Well, you've only played a handful of the Tales games anyway, so I'm not surprised you don't recognize names.
All JRPGs run up to a good band of teenagers go out and save the world from God.
That's JRPGs in a nutshell. At least like the really JRPGs.
Funny thing is, I didn't even know you could take a rest there. You have really no reason to take a rest there.
No, unless it might get you it might get you a skid or something for doing it. I don't know for sure. Or maybe that's because we are going to come back here later with a full party.
Oh.
Spoiler, I know, but I mean, like, maybe that's for that point.
Dude.
It's not
so insensitive.
Oh, like you didn't expect that.
So insensitive to spoilers. Jerk.
We were apparently in Tyr's room too, so imagine what you will about that.
Tyr, your room sucks. Your entire house sucks. Let's put it that way.
Coming in here, we get a little extra scene in a character roster. I don't know why they wait till like about halfway through the game to get you a roster, but
this is my diary.
No, my point, like this, they use this in a lot of Tales games. It's basically
it's a model viewer.
It's the bestiary.
I call it a model viewer.
That too. It's a combination of both because you get to look at you get to look at all of the main characters, and I think never mind. There's a separate list for bestiary. My bad.
Yeah. This is just listing off plot important characters and NPCs and all that. Like I said, character viewer basically.
True. Also, the way they're explaining it right now, it makes it sound like you have to come back to Yulia City to do it, even though you have it as a key item.
It's not that important.
You have to come back to actually check it. For some reason, it's not actually in your main menu.
The funny thing is that you actually get different models.
Oh yeah, like you can look at every character's different costumes, things like that. It's nice and you also get another capacity core. But that other thing, it's nice for people that are completionists and want to try and get every single costume in the game.
Yeah.
The Skilled Forte, that's another good one to give to your mages because you get +2 phonic.
My bad.
Actually, no, that would actually be good for somebody. Yeah, that would actually be good for characters like Luke because you get phonic and physical. You get magic and physical defense. So give that to somebody who has really weak defense. So you might actually want to consider giving that to like Jade.
I don't know. I just gave whatever.
I'm just thinking that since he's the pure mage of the group, he tends to have the lowest physical defense. Unless you're being Ash, in which case Ash is the worst character in the game because oh my god, what's wrong?
I said ha.
No, there's a reason why he's only on your team for one dungeon because he sucks.
Ha.
Maybe if he shared the same stats as Luke, it wouldn't be so bad. But I mean, you saw him. His magic attack is awful, so all of his magic-based attacks are pointless.
He sucks!
If he was yeah. I think there's another small side quest you can do here. I can't remember. Oh, here it is.
Yeah, this is the one with the. This is the guy that needs all the Ingeef rice.
Yes, and unfortunately, I don't have the rice. I don't have the amount of rice that he needs. But don't worry if you can't give him the rice now. You can come back later and give it to him. If you really want to do it now, if you really want to do it just to get it out of the way, just remember to go to Engave and buy some rice before you go to Exariuth.
I need 5 bowls of rice.
At the time, I thought I had 5 bowls. I thought I had 5 rice, but apparently I didn't. So I'm gonna have to come back later.
Yeah, that happens to me too. Curse your rice. Why must you be so?
Yeah, I don't even have rice. Plus, I can't even go back to Engave even if I wanted to.
Yeah, me neither.
Because for those of you that don't remember, the bridge is still out.
The bridge is out.
The bridge has been out since like the first 2 hours of the game. So if you really wanted to do this side quest, you had to remember to buy rice way back at the beginning of the game. And
by the way, you have basil.
I do, but I'm waiting till I get a full party because I'm not sure exactly who I want to give it to.
You have spices.
The permanent stat up items, you always want to wait until you always want to save those for when you have a full party because that way you can see who needs it the most.
He had a hard time.
I'd give it to Luke, but Luke's the all-around type character, so he has decent physical and magic defense throughout the entire game. Because I think the basil is defense, so.
Now, if you're ever going to decide to live down in the Islands, you're going to have a hard time.
Actually, you'd probably have a worse time living above ground with all the miasma. If you're gonna try and live in Exariuth, you're gonna have a hard time. Oh, wait, too soon?
I just booked your trip to Exariuth and it's gone!
What do you mean? Exariuth's gone.
It's gone!
What do you mean it's gone? It was just there. No, it exploded. Man! I should have put that in there.
Too bad.
It's too late now. I already uploaded the part, but God, I could have put that in there. I would have gotten a copyright strike, but it would have been totally worth it.
Oh, we get paid for these.
I know. I wish I got paid to do Let's Plays. I would actually enjoy my job then.
That would be great. That would be an amazing update.
That would have been perfect. At the same time, though, I'm worried that Viacom would probably, copyright my video and probably either mute it entirely or have me remove the whole video.
What, does Viacom own South Park?
Viacom owns most of Comedy Central, actually.
I know they have rights to SpongeBob, but that's the first time I've heard about them owning South Park.
They had the rights to The Daily Show and The Colbert Report as well.
Yeah.
So I would assume they have something to do with South Park.
Whatever.
I don't know. Basically, they just have copyright rights, so if they wanted to take legal action, they would, and I would have no way to counterclaim.
Actually, if I remember right, in the Stick of Truth, that same guy shows up. You ask him to open a bank account. You give him like $20. He's like, "All right, open up your $20 bank account, and it's gone."
God damn it!
The funny part is that you can actually go in the back behind the scenes of the bank and beat him up for your $20 back.
God damn it! Now, this guy's got a whole bunch of stuff, but of course he doesn't have the in-game rice, which is what I need for the side quest. That would be too easy.
Importing is too expensive.
It's rice. I think the in-game rice only costs like 100 gold a piece.
We're also kind of underground, see?
True. Well, Yulia City's always been underground. That's the whole point.
We're kind of underground, so there's not much we can do about that.
Yeah, unfortunately.
I never actually went that way.
You do go here later. I'm just talking to this guy just to show off the dialogue.
Yeah, you can't really go in there yet.
Yeah. When you do come back to Yulia City, you can go that way.
Yeah. Meanwhile,
I think it's that way.
Meanwhile, we have to progress plot.
Yes, we gotta go talk to... Oh wait, but first this person.
So he's recovered?
this voice actor sounds so bored.
No, and that last line is like, she clearly read that from the script. She was not acting at all. She just read it off. She just read it directly off the skit.
So he doesn't know about them.
Sometimes voice actors are fun. Sometimes voice actors, if they only have like 1 or 2 lines of dialogue, you can tell they're just like, I'm getting paid, so I may as well just read it.
This one character sounds so bored.
Like I said, they were probably an intern at.
I don't understand.
And I was like, oh, we need an extra person to do this line. I'll do it.
They're like trying to handpick. They're trying to handpick people. Oh, me.
I don't know. Well, I say that, and then like if you actually watched my playthrough of Baten Kaidos, 90% of those actors didn't sound like they wanted to be there.
Well, that's because they knew. That's because they knew Baten Kaidos wouldn't pick up.
I don't know. Baten Kaidos kind of has a cult following. The issue Baten Kaidos had is the sequel came out right at the end of the GameCube's lifespan, right when the Wii came out. They probably should have put it on the Wii.
Yeah,
it would have done better.
Keyword is cult classic.
Well, if they had... See, the thing, it did well enough to warrant a sequel, and if Baten Kaidos Origins was actually put on the Wii instead of the GameCube, it probably would have done better.
Maybe.
Because at the time, the GameCube was already pretty much done, and the Wii was already being made, so they should have just held off.
Yeah.
If they had done that, maybe we would have more Namco RPGs on the Wii. Instead of just the one that I'm not going to name, because I know what's going to happen if I do it.
This is not foreshadowing at all.
The hymn itself is the symbol.
Well, they've been building up to this for a while, so...
No, this entire thing, it's not built up at all.
No, it's more like, hey, you remember that thing we were talking about way back at the beginning of the game? We didn't forget about it, so we're going to do the plot. We're going to finish up the rest of that plot dump now.
It's not really a plot dump, more like background information.
Yeah. Well,
Yes, but the
yeah.
key of Lorelei has been lost, and I don't know the 7th hymn.
Well, MacGuffin exposition, I guess, because we've always known about the hymns being this game's MacGuffin.
They really like to hype up the 7th hymn a lot.
I don't know about the Grand Phonic hymn.
Maybe they're trying to... Maybe they were going off of, like Mother, where, like, Mother 1 and 2, the big thing was collecting melodies, so maybe they were trying to be like that. I don't know. I'm just guessing, because that's the only other RPG that I know of where music is a big focal point to the actual plot.
Is that my granddaughter getting laid back there?
Damn it. Okay, so now we have to go talk to Teodoro. This is gonna be fun.
Hey, you found your boyfriend yet?
He doesn't sound like that, thank God.
Yeah, he doesn't sound like Professor Franklin, I'm sorry.
You mean Logic's interpretation of Professor Franklin?
Whatever.
It's you.
I can sound like this if I wanted to.
And this must be...
This must be Captain Douchebag.
Pleased to meet you.
Grandfather, he's not a douchebag anymore. He's changed.
I'm not looking at you, I'm looking at the thing on my table.
Hey!
I
Don't be mean to Mew, he's nice.
I apologize for what happened at Axariuth.
Good on you, Luke.
Shit
I
happens.
see. You really do look the same.
Ironically, that's kind of what he says.
Grandfather.
What? What'd I do?
Oh, I'm sorry. There's no need for you to apologize.
Well, that was kind of
for
insensitive.
Axariuth, however.
I'm old, I can get away with that.
What do you mean? The
Wait, what do you
fall
mean?
of Axariuth is written in Yulia's score. It occurred because it was meant to.
And we didn't do crap about it.
I call bullshit.
That makes it the same as Hod.
I call bullshit. I've played this game all the way through, and I still call bullshit on this part.
Higher know of it.
Oh, we
Why would you do that?
because higher ups are just jerks like that.
Luke, I'm surprised to hear someone from the Outer Lands say such a thing.
Oh my god.
We have to keep in mind the target audience here.
Of the Order of Lorelei.
Like, we gotta make you sympathize for the villain, even though we kind of already did that.
Dot.
Why are people read the score on their birthday each year? To learn of the next
I mean, I
year
get
and
what he's.
accept the
I can
possibilities
understand
it
what he's
holds.
saying, but it's the dumbest thing ever.
Then why didn't you inform the world about
This guy is the
Xevious
most
destruction?
blindly stupid person in this entire
If
game.
you'd let everyone know, people wouldn't have had to die.
I know I'm jumping the gun a little bit here, but
When
oh
faced
my
with the
god.
score of death,
Yeah.
People become unable to live peacefully.
Again, it's he makes a good point.
Sir,
Like, yeah, I don't want to tell people that you're gonna die in the future, even though everyone has to die eventually, but still.
The funny thing is, that's the entire plot of Future Diary.
I mean, that's like that's usually how things that involve future stuff usually goes. It's like you're gonna die you're gonna die eventually anyway, but you don't want to leave behind an awful future. That's the whole plot of Chrono Trigger, for God's sake.
The Order of Laurel
The whole plot is like, oh, you find out the world's gonna end in 2000 years, and it's like, but it's the year 1000, so it doesn't matter. It's like, still, the world's gonna end in a thousand,
Master
in
Van
like,
knew about the score when he
the
took the
world's gonna
action.
end in 900 years. We may as well stop it from happening.
Nah.
You told me neither Malkuth nor Kim
I love
Luska
Chrono
listened
Trigger.
when you warned them about
It's just a
Hod.
coincidence that it's like the
Was that a lie?
20th anniversary of Chrono Trigger this year or something like that.
Something like that, I guess. I
I
don't know.
didn't want to tell you the truth.
It's a fun game. I still have to redo my LP of that because it was
Then
awful,
my brother
but
is planning to take revenge on the world. He said that a world shackled to the
Yes.
score is better off destroyed.
Tyr, you're mistaken in thinking that Van is trying to destroy.
God damn it! God damn it! I would have just thrown that clip in. You didn't have to play it over the speaker.
I'll throw it in myself.
That's
But
fine.
now he's doing an admirable job as
I was gonna
engineer.
I was gonna show. I was gonna throw.
Letting everyone in Axarius
Oh
die
no,
was
no! I was gonna wait.
admirable.
Well, once we get to that actual scene,
You're
I completely
crazy.
forgot to
There's
throw
something
in the
wrong with
little
all of you.
the funny that I wanted to put in
Not
here.
at all. At the end of the sixth runestone, Yulia's score reads thus. The land of Rubnica will be enveloped in war, and Malkuth
Damn it!
will lose territory.
That's basically what's going on here.
King Roscoe shall
No, 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 no.
prosperity.
You make a
We have watched
You make a
all
good
this
point,
time
Teodoro.
in
Now
order
let
to
me
bring
tell
back
you why that's
unprecedented
bullshit.
prosperity to
Then
the
what?
Outer
Then
Lands.
say it.
But grandfather,
Well,
Van is trying to cause
Tears
Saint
about
Vina
to say that
fall.
right now.
No, 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 no,
Take
no,
place
no, no,
around
no.
it, but Saint Vina will not fall.
Like,
It is not written in the score.
No,
bullshit. That's the whole
Mayor Teodoro,
point.
it's time
You
for council
know
meeting.
that Van hates the score, so obviously he's gonna
I'll
try
be
and
right
do
there.
something that's not
If
in
you
the
two are
score.
afraid, take the Yulia
God,
road to the
Teodoro, you are a
Outer
moron.
oh, no, 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 oh,
Lands. See
no,
for
no, no.
yourself that your concern is
I mean,
groundless.
there's a fine line between denial and brain dead.
Tyr,
Nah, it's
let's
like
go
it's like
back
there's
to
a
I
fine
mean,
line. There's a
The
fine
Outlaws
line.
accomplished
There's a
anything.
fine line between not accepting the truth and denial.
Right. But before we go, there's something I want to get
Yeah,
from
I
the
mean,
room,
it's
okay?
like
Saint
the,
Peter.
the upside to this is all this does is just give more character development to Van, because you know what?
I'm surrounded by
His
idiots.
grandfather's a moron,
I-
and I don't, and I
I'm surrounded
and
by
I
idiots.
completely-
I'm surrounded by idiots. I'm gonna do whatever I want now.
basically that's why I said like now Van wanting to destroy the Outer Lands is justified because his grandfather is a tool.
No, everybody's apparently according to Van, everybody's a tool down here.
Well, yeah. Well, a lot of people are a tool to the score, but I mean, when your own grandfather goes out of his way to say no, the score is absolute, like, dear God, you're a moron.
It's like Simba. It's like one day Teodoro met Simba, and Simba's like, Teodoro, you're a tool.
You just really like using that line.
Yes, I do.
I don't even know where you got it from, or if you just made it up.
DuckTales Z.
Oh, right.
To my surprise, that actually got like 3 more episodes after the third one,
Oh God.
and only one of them are any good because it focused on Vegeta.
Oh god, that whole time that Luke was sleeping, he was sleeping in Tyr's bed.
Why,
Awkward!
why was I sleeping in your bed?
Also, this is
It
not.
reminds me-
Also, this is not. Also, this is totally not Namco's attempt to force this shipping. Totally
It's
not.
actually, you know what's funny? This reminds me of a scene from Red vs. Blue where they're trying to get the warthog out from under the. They're trying to get the warthog started, and they said it's like, where are we gonna get gasoline? I'm all out of fuel cells to make it solar powered. Now it runs on solar energy. So why is that not gas? You had to park in the shade for at least 2 hours.
God damn it!
Why'd you, what?
Come
What?
on.
It's like, you had to park in the shade for at least 2 hours. What were you doing parked in the shade for 2 hours? I tell we weren't doing.
Dying. Ah, jeez. No, but for what it's worth, this at least explains Van, and like you can kind of sympathize with why he kind of wants to destroy the world. Because why would you want to protect this world when when everyone that you know that's like telling you to protect the world is completely ignorant of the fact that
What's the
By the
book
way,
we're not slaves to destiny.
By the way,
It's
I
just
didn't
an
know this was
ordinary
here.
book on phonic arts, but there was a
Oh
hidden
yeah,
page at the
this is
end.
completely optional.
I forgot this was even here.
Here's a copy. of it.
You can. I think you can still get it as long as you come back to Yulia City. She should still be here. I don't think there's
I
a
don't
cutoff
know what
point
it
for
means,
this.
But I thought you might.
That's all right. Neat.
I mean, you don't have to get these. It's just extra arts for tier.
Le. Sue. Tue.
And that's how you sing the Roman alphabet.
Understanding. Spreading through the land of Ruka.
I would honestly like to see this in. I'm pretty sure Vale Zoe Tue is still translated correctly in Japanese.
Is that Japanese or no?
I think it is because all of Tyr's phonic hymns are in Japanese,
It looks like that really was the symbol of the
which is
hand.
weird because even in the Japan, like
This
I
is
think
the
what it
third
is
hand.
like they had the Japanese voice actor for Tyr do the songs, and then they just didn't bother to have the English voice actress dub over the songs, probably because it wouldn't sound correct.
Oh yay, holy song! As if I'm gonna use that
Yes.
ever.
Congratulations, dear.
You know what's sad? You know what's sad?
Thank you.
They somehow
Do you
made
mind
this
if I
one
keep
even
this copy?
worse than the one in Tales of Symphonia.
How could it be any worse than just giving you than being a glorified stat
There's
boost?
information here
It
about the
gives you
symbols and the other
temporary
hands as
attack and
well.
defense boosts for a total of 10 seconds.
Though I don't yet
Wow.
know how to understand.
It's completely useless.
Whoop-de-doo. It's exactly.
And this is the art I was thinking of when I said that when I was saying that force field was worthless.
Yes.
No, I was thinking of
Thank you.
I was thinking of Holy Song. My bad.
No, it just.
Holy Song, like what it does is it increases your attack and magic attack.
I like it.
But
I'm
it-
imagining going like that. I'm imagining going up like this. Like,
Oh no,
like tier alert.
oh no, attack and defense, and you recover a little bit of HP. So technically, it's a little better than Colette's version because it can slightly heal you, but.
I kind of imagine tier. It's like tier learn holy song in half square word. Hooray! Whoop-de-doo.
It's-
Oh boy!
Again, the slight healing does make it somewhat better than the version in Symphonia, but First Aid and Healing Circle are just better in every way. And Force Field is better, so. So now we have to go through the Yulia Road, which is the area I went to the first time, but I couldn't go through it because the door wasn't open.
And what are you doing past you?
I think I'm looking at notes to make sure I didn't skip anything.
Oh, hey, let's see here. Let's see.
No, this is when I realized, oh, I can't do the thing with the rice, and I'm trying to remember if I can go do it now, and I'm like, no, I can't because I have to leave and actually go back to Engave and get the rice.
Well, I got that. I have that boss fight with that guy in that 6.
It's like, and they're like, okay, what was the okay, what did I do? Okay, Van's an asshole. Everyone hates Luke. Oh, here I am.
Let's see. Let's see. He's looking at the TV guide. Love and the Restless.
No, that's I can imagine. No, I can feel him reading his diary. He's like, okay, let's see. 11 o'clock, Van betrays me and makes me. Let's see. 11 o'clock, Van betrayed me. I blew up Xeria. 11:20, everyone hates me. Noon, had talk with Tyr's grandfather. Wants to punch him in the face.
Want to punch him
Van
in
hated
dick
the
balls.
score. He was always talking about it here in this room.
If he even has any.
He'd
I can't.
stand about
I
what you
can't
are
tell.
now and say he could never
Eh.
forgive a world that let Hod die.
More backstory on Van here.
Why does he care so much about Hod?
You know, the shadow. It's a shadow. Has a shadow Hod. Come on, Luke. Have you even played? Have you even
The
played
Isle
Street
of Hod
Fighter?
was Malkuth land, destroyed
No, wait,
in the
that's Metal
Hod
Gear,
War
what am I
16 years
That's
ago.
Sasue no Hada.
That's Metal Gear. I'm sorry. Have you even played Metal Gear Solid 3? Come on.
Hod fell into the Cliffoth, just like Xeria.
And nobody bitched at
Van and my
and
mother,
nobody
who was
bitched at
pregnant
someone
with
for
him,
making
fell
Hod
into the
fall. Oh
Cliffoth.
wait.
Oh wait,
Van
it
probably
fell
used
by
it for
itself.
him.
It's like, and no one bitched about that. Oh wait, Van.
Something
Van.
happened before I went to the Outer Lands. Van returned to this city, something he didn't do very often.
So the whole reason why Van hates the score is because apparently the same kind of thing happened with Xeria, where Hod was meant to be destroyed, and Van did not want to take that shit. So he hates the score because the future dictated that it was supposed to be destroyed, and nobody did anything to stop it.
It's basically just way of a. It's basically. Van just comes off as a glory hog to me.
No, it makes sense. I mean,
No,
if
it's like,
your homeland got completely destroyed because everyone let it happen because it was supposed to,
no, I thought.
I'm pretty sure that would piss you
No,
off.
the way you said it was like, hey, I tried. It's like, hey, I blew up this place. Why does nobody care? I thought the way you made it. That's how you made it sound.
No,
like.
that's basically what Van said. Like, Hod blew up. Why does nobody seem to mind that happened? Like, instead you're just like, oh, it happens, just move on. It's like, you can't just accept the fact that a town exploded.
That's because
Not even a town, an entire city exploded.
I can't blame it all on you. I took an assignment in the Outer Lands in order to
Can I
stop
say
Van.
something, Master? Come, okay.
Tyr, I need to stop you there. Like, I can't put all the blame on you. You did!
Wonder.
You did! All of you already put all the blame on Luke like 2 hours ago. Did you forget about that?
You seriously gonna bring that up again, even though I just said that it was intentional?
That's the first
No,
time I've ever
that
been
was
to
in
a
response to
friend.
Tyr going, I can't blame that all on you. You already did!
No, I said in the last part that he needed it.
I'm so happy you two are growing close.
It was intentional.
I know, but still, I get it, but
it's not
it,
like that.
again, it's the way they say it. It makes it seem like, oh, I can't actually blame you, even though I just did.
No, it's like that's the type.
I know, I get what you're saying.
But
Like I said,
it's
it's
a-
the way it's worded.
The way, it's like you're saying, I get what you're saying, but it's wrong.
I'm not saying it's wrong. I'm saying it's the way it's worded makes it sound worse than it actually is.
Oh, thanks.
That's all I'm saying.
By God, he said
The
thanks.
Yulia Road is to the right of the meeting room.
Also, I don't know.
Let's go.
I'm not exactly sure what that does.
The principles of phonology is. I think they say in the skit it's just a textbook.
Yeah, there's other textbooks you can get, and it's another side quest. It's another optional side quest for Luke. I don't remember exactly what it gives you. I think it's just character development for Luke and Tyr.
It's like looks at the book. It's like, yes, we'll throw the book at him. That'll show him.
Oh yeah, I remember what it is. It is. It's you get character development between Luke and Tyr, and then you also get backstory for Tyr as you do those lessons.
Yeah, I think they start. I don't think they start until you get to Doth, I believe.
Yeah, the very first one is forced on you. The rest of them you have to find on your
Well,
own.
it's not forced on you. You don't have to say at the end.
No, it kind of like it's a scene that has to happen.
No, it's
and
like-
if you want to see the rest of it, you have to go out of your way to find the other ones.
No, it's like you don't have to see it because the game doesn't force you to stay at the end.
Oh, that's true. I thought that was one of those times where you had to.
No, you don't.
and it's
You
just
don't have to stay at the end.
Okay. Again, it's been a while since I've played this, so I don't remember what stuff's optional and what stuff's required. So in the next part, we're going to go down Yulia Road, and hopefully we'll meet up with everybody else, because I'm sure everyone else is wondering where the heck Tyr went.
Except for that one. Except maybe just that one guy, who I don't know his name is. I forget.
Guy?
Hey guy. I only know two guys. Which one's the other guy?
The person that's actually named Guy?
There are two guys named Guy. There's one from